All right, YouTubers, fourth set time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Stork versus Yellow again, and things are starting to get interesting because we have wrapped back to the first setup here, and we are back on Return of the King. That's just the way they've laid out the maps today. If Stork wins this, it's going to go on to Medusa. And of course, if Yellow wins this, he is moving into the round of 8. So he is super pumped right now. I have a feeling Yellow is going to play a lot better in this game than he did in the first game. He has already played against Stork today, so he's very familiar with Stork's playing style today. So we'll see if he can exploit that and manage to finally take Stork down here. And Stork, he is making a comeback here since he got a little extra chance there from July. He's going to want to win this because, you know, it's fate. It's fate. He's back in here due to fate. I don't know if Koreans believe in that kind of stuff, but who cares? It looks like Yellow is getting all of his drones out, and he is pumping an Overlord. So he's either going for Overpool or 12 Hatch. There is a chicken. Awesome. And there is a sign that says, I love chickens. So is Yellow supposed to be the chicken? I know one of his nicknames is the Kentucky Fried Chicken Zerg or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Ooh, Gateway first for Stork. So he's not going for a Forge Fast Expand here. He's going to try to put on some pressure against Yellow, which has worked very well for him in the past. He's gone Gateway first against Yellow earlier in this not MSL, but OSL, and he just took the hurt straight to Yellow, and it really, yeah, it was not a pretty sight. But we'll see what happens here. Since this is cross positions, it's a very far distance to travel there. So there's no telling, okay, I don't want to do math. A, B, well, okay, whatever. Get off my screen, man. Okay, the gas is coming up for Stork right now, so he's going to put down his cybernetics core soon, probably. I sense a very fast tech from Stork. Scouting in the wrong direction. Yellow's, it's going to take him a little while to get that scout. I think he's going out with the drone as well, trying to scout with that. And Stork is finally going to scout Yellow once he goes over here to the 2 o'clock base, which he will be at soon. So I'm not sure what Stork's plan is since he went for Gateway first. There's no telling. Okay, what is this? Man, that is weird. I try not to get distracted by those stupid signs, but sometimes they just leave it on screen too long, and I get distracted. Here comes the spawning pool inside the main there, and it looks like Stork has another pylon going inside of his base, so he's probably going to put down a Stargate or something like that soon. He has his Zealot over here blocking the choke. The choke, thankfully, for Stork is not as big as the one on Tears of the Moon, so a couple of Zealots will be able to hold that, no problem, against any kind of early Zergling run-bys or anything like that. But it looks like he did let one of the drones in, so Yellow is going to get a full drone scout here on that Stargate coming up. So Yellow's going to try to be annoying with that drone. He's going to try to run it around here. But it does go down. There is a Dragoon in there now. So it looks like Stork is going to be able to hold his choke no problem, I think. Another hatchery coming down, so we could be seeing a Mutilus build here. Maybe a Mutilus build from Yellow. I think if he was going for Hydras, he probably would have put down another base. Looks like there is a Dragoon that probably could have been picked off by those couple of Zerglings, but Yellow wasn't quite paying attention. I think he wants to run into the main right here, and it looks like he's going to do it. Those Zerglings are very low on health, though, so I don't think they're going to get any damage done. I think Stork will probably be able to do this with just his probes. Probably be able to attack with his probes and take down these pesky Zerglings. More Zerglings coming out. So I think Yellow is thinking about putting on a lot of early pressure with Zerglings. Since Stork went for that Gateway first, it probably is the best strategy to do. Because just split Stork's attention and keep his Zealots away from that choke so he can just run in with more Zerglings. All this is a Hydraless build, so I was completely wrong. Looks like we're going to see something like 4 or 5 hatch Hydra here to start out with. Let's see what's coming up here. The Forge finally coming up, so I think the Stork is going to take his expansion soon. Going around with the Corsair, there's nothing to fend off that Corsair, so it looks like we're going to see one Overlord down while Yellow pumps more Hydras. to protect his other overlords here. There's a Hydra, one Hydra in here, but Stork isn't even worrying about the Hydra. He's going here trying to pick off more overlords, and he is going to pick off this one overlord. We'll see how many more he decides to commit to. He's trying to pick off another one here. And he might be able to do it, but no, he backs off. 3 Hydras, a bit too many. And he lost a lot of health on those Corsairs as well. He's putting down a cannon next to his natural expansion, going to try to stop these Zerglings from doing anything. Oh, a couple of Zerglings sneaking by, but Stork stops the rest of the pack from running by. That's going to help him a lot. 2 Zerglings are not going to destroy this main. And Stork's probably going to micro his probes around and be able to take out those Zerglings no problem. There's a Dragoon in here to chase the Zerglings off. So yeah, these 2 Zerglings are not going to wreck Stork's production at all. He might lose a probe in here, maybe a couple of probes if he's not careful. Loses 1 probe, but oh, this one Zergling goes down. Probes took him down. And I think there's one more Zergling in there just getting the scout, knocking at a building in the main, but no more Zerglings are going to get anything done here. Yellow does have about a control group worth of Zerglings outside of the natural, and it looks like he's thinking about running in, but not quite committing to it, since he knows that there are cannons warping in. He doesn't want to push things too much. He wants to play safe here and get out some Hydras to break that front. Here comes another extractor, so we could be seeing a lurker build coming up for Yellow. And the second assimilator is not quite down yet for Stork, so he's probably committing mostly to Zealots here. He's probably going to think about doing a Zealot push soon to break the natural expansion of Yellow, put on a lot of pressure, but here comes the second assimilator, so I could be wrong. We could be seeing something else. The Citadel of Adun and the Templar Archives warping in, so we're seeing somewhat of a Bisu strategy here to throw out the Dark Templar and take out the Overlords at the same time. Yeah, Stork is continuing production on these Corsairs, so it does look very likely that he's going to get a bunch of Corsairs out and just throw some DTs out into the middle of the map. Overlord speed is not yet up, and Stork is fearing Mutalisk right now, so he's putting down his cannons at each of his bases. each of his bases, but that's not going to be able to get anything done because there is a all Hydra army coming to his front right now. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough cannons to deal with this or not. He's pumping a lot of Corsairs, but maybe not as many ground troops. And he might have not thrown down enough cannons, so we'll see if Yellow is able to break this front. This is probably going to be the deciding point of the game. I can't even talk. Here it comes. Stork is trying to fend off all these Hydras. He's throwing in some probes as well. He's going to need pretty much all of his probes to defend this, I think. Throwing in all of his probes. He only has 1 Zealot left. He has 1 Dragoon as well, but he has 3 cannons. He's warping in a 4th. And I think Yellow is going to throw in more reinforcements and then try to break the front again. He's trying to regenerate some of the health on those Hydras while he throws in his backup army here. Stork, in the meantime, is flying around the map. He has a Dark Templar in here, so Yellow is being fended off by this Dark Templar. And let's see when he still hasn't seen the Dark Templar. He hasn't noticed that his troops are being picked off. So he's losing Hydras left and right here. Another Hydra might go down. Wow, I think he lost 3 troops there to 1 Dark Templar. So he's got to step up his game here and make sure he knows about the little red boxes on his mini-map. It looks like... Okay, he still has a Hydra army running around the map. He's trying to take the middle around those Overlords so he doesn't get sniped too bad by these DTs. And Stork is coming in here with more Corsairs, so he's going to try to take out these Overlords. The Overlords are still not speed upgraded, so if he takes out all these Overlords, it sneaks his DT into one of the bases. It could be over for Yellow. Yellow is... He's not even worrying about that. He's throwing in his army to the natural, and he's going to try to break this front again. Stork is forced to pull all of his probes off the line again.